There is an epidemic in this country. There's many. One of the main ones that I am personally concerned with is the medical field. There are not enough ambulances to support the amount of 911 calls that go out on a daily basis. Let's just face it. And the county I work alone, on a nightly basis, end up having 20 to 30 minute response times from one end of the county to another because there's not enough ambulances. No, let's scratch that. There are enough ambulances. The amount of people calling 911 is absolutely fucktarded. Calling for fucktarded reasons. Something has to be done. We need to do something to try and fix this. I think one of the ways would be, one of the ways would be to have people pay in advance for their transports. Now hear me out. Pay in advance for transports for non-life-threatening ailments. If you are calling 911 because you don't feel good and it's something that you could get a ride to a clinic for, or call in, or sorry, not call in, but go pick up a OTC medicine at the pharmacy, like NyQuil or Sudafed or something like that, then yes, you should have to pay before you're transported. It's goddamn ridiculous that the 911 system is filled with people being transported for non-life-threatening things. Now, if you call 911 and you're legitimately having chest pain, and we find something that could definitely be a life threat, by all means, let's load and go. Get your butt to the ER. But if we sit down and figure out that it's your anxiety kicking in, that's not life-threatening. It's not. Let's just face it. And I don't care what you snowflakes have to say about it, it's not life-threatening. And now me personally, if I have a family member who calls 911 and I'm a tax-paying citizen, then I expect an ambulance to be there promptly in under 10 minutes instead of waiting half a goddamn hour. That's just ridiculous. Now, with the taxpayer part being said, yes, you deserve to have an ambulance or medical provider come out and look at you, look you over. I'm not saying not respond. I'm saying let's get there and then take a look at what's going on. And if it's deemed non-life-threatening, then you should have to pay a copay or at least a down payment on the transport. With all these free rides and people using 911 as Uber or a free taxi, people wonder why their medical bills are skyrocketing and their premiums are going through the roof. It's because people do not pay. You go to a restaurant, you're going to order food, you're going to pay for it. You pay for it before you leave. It should be the same thing with the EMS. Hands down. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But we need to do something to make this system a little bit better. And maybe by doing these things, people will start using their brains a little bit more and say, I have a headache. Maybe I should take an Excedrin, or maybe I need to call my primary care doctor, or maybe I need to go to a clinic. It doesn't mean you need 911. And then so many people wonder why we're a bitter group of people. Look at what we have to deal with. A bunch of entitled shits. Most of which aren't entitled to a goddamn thing because they don't even pay taxes because they have no fucking job. You're not entitled to shit. Not even the shit that's on the bottom of my boot when I walk through your crappy fucking yard. No. Something's got to change, and it's got to be put down like a fucking hammer. People need to grow up, use their minds, and something needs to start. Hopefully, a system like that, 911 calls would decrease dramatically because people would have to, well, pay for their bullshit. Literally, pay for their bullshit. You know, you want to ride to the hospital? Cool. That'll be $300 down because your stub toe doesn't mean shit. Or, I'm not feeling well. Or, I'm too drunk to get in my own house. These are calls that 911 should not be getting ever. And for all you cell phone heroes out there who think it's okay to see someone sleeping on the side of the road or on a bench or something like that and call 911 and say, oh God, there's a person that's down. Did you get out and check him out? No. How do you know? Because I tell you what, 9.5 times out of 10, it's a homeless person just sleeping. That's it. They're sleeping. Granted, they made a poor decision on a location to sleep, and they should have gone behind a bush or something a little bit better. But they're sleeping. If you want to be a real hero, get out and check. Shake them. Say, hey man, are you okay? And most of the time you're going to get, yeah, I'm sleeping. Get in your car and drive away. Do not call 911 unless you're going to fucking do something about it. God damn it. I understand a burning building you're not going to go running into. That would be a life threat to yourself, and you'd be stupid for doing that. But they're sleeping. Leave them alone. There's so many things wrong, and it's all over the place throughout society. It's not just one thing. It's many things combined. And it all comes down to people. People suck. In a nutshell. We need to work together, get our heads out of our fucking asses, and be smart about things. If you cut off your finger, that's worthy of 911. If your stomach feels so bad that it's gonna erupt, sure, call 911. Chest pain, call 911. Car accident, call 1-800-ASK-GARY. After 911. That's not a promotion thing. They didn't pay me at all for that, and if they do get any service from that, I would like to have some payment on that. That'd be great. But come on, people. The fact that you don't feel good or I feel sick is not a reason to call 911. That's a reason to call your primary care doctor and not 911 again. So let's do something about it. Hit like, share it, subscribe to my channel, or do nothing. Be part of the problem. Y'all have a great day. Stay 10-8. See ya.